Welcome to another video. My name is Jacques and today we're taking a look at the Roccat Kone Pro Air. And whether or not you are a fan of wireless lightweight mouses, you're definitely going to stick around for this one. So first off, this mouse sells for around $130 US or around 1,500 rand local in South Africa. And that kind of places this mouse in the mid to high tier range for wireless mouses. So in the box you will find the mouse, a 1.8 meter long USB Type-C cable, which is around 6 feet long, a wireless dongle, as well as your manual. Now I have to at this point add that with the Kone Pro, which is the wired version, you actually do get replacement feet for your mouse, but with the Kone Pro Air you actually don't get replacement feet. So that is not in the box, but that will be in the box if you actually go and buy the Kone Pro. Now even though you do get the dongle in the box, you don't actually have to connect the mouse via the wireless dongle. You can use it either wired with the dongle or via Bluetooth, depending on the connectivity that you have available or the connectivity that you actually prefer. Now when it comes to the design of the mouse is a very plain looking design with changeable RGB on the tips and nowhere else. Now on the tips you do have this little hexagonal shapes which kind of shine through, which is a little cool feature added, which I kind of enjoy. Now the mouse also has a little space at the bottom for you to store your dongle when you're not using it or when you're traveling, which is pretty cool because that will actually help you not lose that tiny little dongle. Now moving on to the spec side of things, the Kone Pro Air weighs only 75 grams, so for those of you looking for a lightweight mouse, this is definitely in your ballpark. And even though this mouse weighs almost nothing, it has 100 hours plus battery life, which is pretty insane, especially if you compare it to the current mouse that I'm using, which only gets around 24. Now the LI sensor allows for up to 19,000 dpi, the Titan switches are rated for about 1 million clicks, you have 5 buttons, and then you also have 5 profiles that you can save on board on your mouse, and if you want to save more, you can also save more locally on your PC. Now one thing this mouse lacked was a DPI switch, which means that if you want to actually switch between DPI settings, you're going to actually have to go into the software to change those, or you're going to have to place them on different profiles because the mouse does have a profile switch button at the bottom of the mouse. So if you want to switch between different DPI settings, just save those DPI settings to different profiles, and that will be the easiest way to actually switch between DPI settings. And lastly, on the design side of things, this mouse doesn't have a lot of aggressive lines and it doesn't look like your typical gaming mouse, which will make it perfect for any type of setup, whether it's for work, a gaming setup, or just a general setup. It will fit into any of those pretty easily and it will look great there. Now speaking of gaming, the mouse performed extremely well in all of the games that I tested it, which ranged from Call of Duty, Apex Legends, CSGO, and even Minecraft. Now as far as the mouse usability goes, the buttons all felt great. The mouse slid pretty easily on almost any surface that I tested it on, as well as the Bluetooth and Wi-Fi both worked extremely great in all of my tests. Now I have to admit that the lightweight mouse did throw me off for the first few days, but after getting used to the lightweightness of the mouse, it actually felt really good and I struggled to actually go back to the more heavier mouse that I'm currently using. Now as far as cons go for this mouse, I really don't have a lot apart from the lack of the DPI button, as well as the price of this mouse, because the price of the mouse does put it a little bit more on the higher end scale. But if you take a look at all of the features that you get, it actually kind of makes sense. Now on the pro side of things, there's definitely a lot more pros, and to kind of go through the main ones for me, it has to be the battery life, the versatility when it comes to all of the different connection types, whether it's wired via wireless dongle or Bluetooth, you can do all of that. The fact that you have an LI sensor that can go up to 19,000 dpi, and the fact you can save up to 5 profiles on the mouse, which means that if you ever need to travel or you use a lot of different setups, or if you just lose a PC, then of course you have all of your profiles saved on your mouse, which means you can just plug it in again and there you go, it's working. Now with all that being said, who is this mouse perfect for? And I have to say that this mouse has definitely a lot of people that it can cater to. And firstly, it has to be for someone who's looking for a good wireless mouse, regardless of the connectivity type, whether you want Bluetooth or wireless dongle. This mouse can do both, and that makes it perfect for anybody looking for a wireless mouse. Secondly, this mouse is definitely for someone looking for a lightweight mouse, as this mouse only weighs 75 grams, and the insane part, even though it's that lightweight, it still has an insane battery life, so you don't have to compromise your weight for battery life. And in that case, if you're looking for a lightweight mouse, this is definitely an option to look at. And thirdly, this mouse is definitely for someone who's looking for a clean looking mouse that isn't looking for an aggressive gaming type mouse, but just looking for a mouse that can fit into any type of setup. This one is going to be perfect. And if you're any of the three above, or if you're all three of the top above, then this mouse is perfect for you, and I can definitely say go out and grab one. Now, if you're looking to pick one up, I have left links down in the description below for both the white and the black version in both wired and wireless. So if you want to do that, you can check them out below. And if you buy a mouse through the link, it does support the channel. And if you do that, thank you very much. And that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you did, please leave a like and subscribe. Also, if you have any questions on this mouse or any other mouse that I may have done, or any other tech related question, feel free to ask me down in the comment section below, or follow me on all of my other social media platforms. You can always reach out there and ask me there as well. Also, if you want to connect with me more personally and just hang out while I game, I do stream on Twitch every Tuesday and Thursday afternoon. Link to that down in the description below as well. And until next time, cheers.